chose me from every single one.
Shalom everyone, and welcome to today's episode. Today we are going to be looking at friendships and some key principles that we can use to make sure that our friendships are in good condition. All right, so we've got 4 points that I want us to focus on today. Of course, there's so much more, but we're just doing little bite-sized things that we can use in our weeks to come. So our key scriptures today are, if you want to write them down, Proverbs 13:20. Then we have Proverbs 27:17. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Psalm 1:1-2. And lastly, 2 Corinthians 5-17. Sorry, 2 Corinthians 6-17. All right. So number one, when looking at friendships, thinking if you want to change them or whatever, the first thing you need to know is that your association determines your destiny. It's one of those things. You can hate it or love it, but it's just a fact. The people that you're around can bring you down so that you never ever see the destiny the Lord has for you if you partner with what they're telling you to do, or you can partner with people that will push you and propel you forward in your walk with Christ. All right, so for example, let's look at this. So you know that this friend that you have is sleeping around, they're drinking, they're compromising, but in your mind, you're saying, oh, I'm strong. It won't affect me. It won't affect me. I'm good. We're just hanging out. You know, Jesus sat with sinners. The way that we twist the words to justify certain things is not what it is. It didn't say that Jesus sat with them and was doing what they were doing. Do you get? Or compromise. There was a clear difference. But slowly you notice that you stop praying as much. Slowly you notice that when they swear, you don't say anything. You just say, ha ha ha. Slowly you notice that when they're talking about the girl that they want to sleep with, you're egging them on or laughing and joking when they're being vulgar. When did that start? In your mind, you think, oh no, I'm cool, I'm strong. No. Who you're around matters, you know, and you begin to excuse their sin. And the sad thing is, guys, is that you can be completely innocent in a situation, but the fact that you are seen standing with a particular person at a particular time, when there's accusation going on, your name is going to be dragged in it. No one's going to care that you didn't do it. No one's going to care that it wasn't your intention. They will see you at the scene of the crime and you will be guilty. And that's something that is very, very dangerous. So the bad company will not corrupt you overnight. It won't be dramatic. Oh my God, go murder this person. Obviously not. We would all see that. But murder, of course, is anger in the heart, isn't it? Towards your brother or sister. Just as an example. But what I'm saying is that these things can affect our lives gradually. Even small things like you were once so on time, you were always doing things to the T. You would be on time for things, you'll never be late, but then the environment that you're in, they're always late. So over time you think, well, what's the point? Because it won't start anyway. So you left where you were just to fit the environment that you're in. Or maybe you're someone who would always do another particular thing, but because you know that your environment, they don't want to do it, you don't do it. And so the things that you're supposed to be doing, the way that you're supposed to do things that you were doing naturally, you begin to dull yourself down because of the people that you're around. And it's so dangerous because they won't outrightly say, oh, you're an idiot, oh, dada. They won't cuss you like that. But slowly by slowly, you'll realize and you'll wake up one day, how did I end up here? So I want us to be vigilant. Look at the patterns. Don't just look at the drastic things that happen. It's the patterns that shape the character. It's the patterns that shape our lives, okay? So that's number one. Association will determine your destiny. All right, number two. A true friend speaks the truth even when it wounds. Now, you have a friend, you've been friends with them for years, and you do everything with them. and you bring this guy to them, and he's an unbeliever. He's doing things he shouldn't be doing. And you bring him to your friend, and your friend says, my sis, this guy's not good for you. You ignore them and you go ahead. What's going to happen to your life? You're going to be set back, aren't you? You're going to end up hurt, aren't you? If you haven't been specifically sent to a place by God, and you yourself has sent yourself somewhere, you're going to end up broken. One friend would say, yeah, go for it. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Why? Because they're so scared that you will be upset with them for a week. But then you'll have another friend who will say, I'm sorry, I will not stand for this. At least God will know that I have stood here in your presence and I've told you what I see. From that point, it's up to you what you do with your life, my friend. But a friend who can see you going down a wrong path and would care for you enough, respect you enough to say, do you know what, this is not, I don't think there's something about this that is not quite right. That person is someone you need to keep around. The dangerous one is the one who will say, oh, it's great. Oh my God, that's amazing. Let's have a party. No, don't take those people seriously. They will lead you to your death, bruv. They will lead you to your grave. Do you understand? So if we were to reflect on that, look at your circle. Who's around you? Are you always hearing, you are amazing? Are you always the one that people never want to talk to because they know you're going to get angry? They know you're going to get offended. They know you're going to mash up the environment they're in if anyone dares speak to this person. So they don't talk to you. That's sad. But are you, on the other hand, someone who will always choose to speak to someone and say, do you know what, sis? You don't have to do it in front of everyone. They say, sis, my bro, like, I noticed that you said this. I don't think that's the right way to handle things. Maybe you weren't aware of it. Maybe it wasn't your intention, but I saw it. And you know what? It doesn't make you look good, sis. It doesn't paint a good picture of you. And I know that your heart is never to harm anyone. So I just want to make you aware, just in case you didn't realize that's how you came across. But I'd rather I tell you as your friend than you go outside to people that don't care, that would happily disgrace you, and you make a fool of yourself out there. So as your friend, I'm telling you this, and I pray that the Lord will help you to take it in the right way. Okay, that's the kind of person that you want in your life. All right. So number 3, need to keep track of my numbers. So we've got number 1, which was your association determines your destiny. Number 2, a true friend speaks the truth, even when it wounds. Number 3, here we go. Friendship must be a mutual edification, not a one-sided sacrifice. So when we're looking at friendships, obviously there's different relationships that do different things, right? A mother and son or mother and daughter relationship is different to a spouse and spouse relationship, of course. A bishop to their congregation member is different to a friendship. You have to know what you're in, relationship you're in. So think of that as I speak, okay? But if you're in a friendship, then it should ideally be mutually edifying. So you don't want it to be one-sided to the extent that you're the only one who gives. You're the only one who cares. You're the only one who makes the effort in the friendship. If one person is always taking and taking and taking and never reciprocating or never offering anything, I'm not talking finances here, I'm talking about time, effort, support, care, sincerity, interest in what they're doing in their life, interested in their growth and their walk with Christ. These like normal things, if that's not there and no conversation will be had unless you bring it up, you need to look at that friendship. And whenever you need help, they've got excuses. But whenever they need help, you're the first one that they call. Look at that. I'm not saying you need to rubbish people and throw them away. But what I'm saying is be mindful. Because then you'll be able to manage the investment and also the way that you respond to things. Because then you will end up breaking your own heart if you don't realize what friendship that is. If you in your mind think, oh my gosh, we're supposed to be like this, a friendship is like this, but my guy, they've never shown you that they're your friend. So why are you getting upset that they're not acting like a friend? At that point, it's you. At that point, it's you believing things that aren't real. Do you get? So identify quick and then move forward. So this is a reflection for you and I. Who are we pouring into and why? Who pours into us? Why? Why has God placed me in that person's life? Why has God placed them in my life? You know, am I being reciprocal? Am I someone who's always taking? Am I selfish? Or am I someone who's always giving? How do I respond when people come to me for help? How do I treat people? All of these things are things that we can look at, right? And our last one for today, number 4, is separation does not mean hatred. Okay? It's very wise sometimes to preserve yourself. Now, there's been times in my life where for a long time I had a specific group of friends, specific group of people that I did life with. But then I noticed that it wasn't something that I planned. It wasn't something that I planned that I'm going to not talk to these people, actually. It was, I desired the things of God more at that stage. And I wanted to go deeper. And I realized that when I tried to have conversations with them, they thought I was too much. They were like, well, not everything is, no, you don't need to always. I'm thinking, I began to feel like I was caged because I was seeking more. And I felt a little restricted. So what I found is that God began to just distance me. It wasn't something that was a dramatic conversation or anything. It was just like, over time, the Lord just kind of changed my environment, literally my location for me. I'd never thought of, moving to a different place, but he just moved everything that would be a hindrance to me. He moved me away from it. And I thank God for that. And it doesn't mean that I hate them. It doesn't mean that I'm not so grateful for every time that they supported me and made me laugh and all the good times that we had. It doesn't mean that I hate them, but it means that the Lord wanted and needed to do something in my life, and they just weren't part of that next chapter in my life, and maybe likewise their life as well. So it doesn't mean that if a shift is happening in your life that you have to tear people down as you go. You don't have to do that. You're going to get them. They're going to say, oh, you've changed. Who does she think she is? Who does he think he is? Just accept that. It's part of life. People are always going to talk about you. To just deal with it. They'll talk about you today, next week, Tuesday, they'll forget. So you don't live your life consumed about what people are saying about you. So as long as in your heart you know that you are trying your best to become more like Christ, and if that means a separation, then so be it. Sometimes the Lord will separate you from people that you think, oh no, I think I should be with this person or be around this person, but he can foresee and he knows that, you know what? At one point, this was my will for you, but everyone has free will. And if I see my son moving mad or my daughter moving mad and they're going to end up destroying your life, I will separate you because I've got stuff to do in your life and I can see that you're ready. Yeah. So these are all things that we can look at and ask yourself, are you someone who's willing to separate from people? Or are you too afraid of being lonely? Are you willing to pay the cost for your life, for your destiny? By separating from the comfortable, from the familiar, the way you've always done things. Are you willing to let that go for the sake of Christ and what he wants to do in your life? It's a question. Or is that friendship worth losing your purity over? Is it worth losing your peace of mind? Is it worth losing your walk with God over? The answer is no, by the way, but you have to make your own decision, isn't it? So, lastly, I just want to leave with this thought, if your friends all got arrested today, would you be a part of them? Or would it be so different? Would your life look so different that it will be impossible to associate you with them? If that's the case, then I'm not sure why you're in that group anyway. You're clearly set apart. You're clearly on a different trajectory. So wake up. Yeah? We need to wake up a little bit, I think. Look at things as how they are. Call a spade a spade. You can't be trying to put a star shape into a circle hole. It's not gonna fit. So if God is trying to keep you set apart, stop trying to put yourself in friendships that ain't going nowhere. All they care about is men. All they care about is women. These people are committing adultery anyway, running after married women and men. These people are worried about the latest handbags, the latest shoes, keeping up with the Joneses. Is that going to take you to heaven? No. So why are you concerned about that? If somebody in your life is bringing you away from Christ and not pushing you towards Christ, then my friend, you need to be like deuces. Ask the Lord. Give it to him. He'll show you how to do it. And if, like in my situation, he will do it for you. You won't have to do it yourself. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful. So these are our 4 principles of friendship. To go over them, our first one, your association determines your destiny. Number 2, a true friend speaks the truth, even when it wounds. Number 3, friendship must be mutual edification. Number 4, separation does not mean hatred. All right. So God bless you so much. I hope that this has been beneficial. These, as I say, are only 4 tips. There's so much more, but I pray that it will help us to get started and also to reflect and monitor our current relationships. All right. God bless you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Shalom. Through it all.